Hello, how's it going, everyone? I hope you're having a good day. And I just wanted to make this video this morning. I got some time while I'm in between calls and conference calls. So I got a few minutes to spare. But just wanted to make this video again. I thank you for watching this video and taking time out of your schedule. And I thank you if you subscribe to my channel. I'm just basically sharing my thoughts and my feelings with you guys. Not trying to preach and teach right now. I'm just focused on exposing the witch tower and helping people to get out, and for those who are studying to stop studying with them, because it's a false religion and they have false teachings. So it's important for me to warn as many people as I can. I felt the same need when I was a Jehovah's Witness to warn people to get out of their own religion, because I thought it was false, a false religion. Turns out I was wrong the whole time. So I have a need to warn people about this religion. And so that's what this channel is all about. So I just wanted to really just to give everyone an update on what's going on with myself and my life. First and foremost, I want you people to know that I've pretty much poured my heart out and soul and shared what's going on with my life. You probably know me a lot better than I would know some of you that have actually talked to me, but I think I'm going to throttle back a little bit. I've been full go, full blast since I really realized that this was not the religion it claims it says it is. And I've neglected my wife. I have not been neglecting my kids, but I have my wife, and I came to realize that last night. And so I'm going to step back a little bit making these videos and try and save my marriage. So I know that you guys are going to be disappointed. I may not be coming out with videos as often as I do, and I know it's going to be hard to live with yourselves, mine as well, but I got to do what I got to do. I promise I'm not going to stop making these videos. I'm going to keep going until I die or worse. But I need to step back a little bit, and I need to focus on saving my marriage. And I need to apologize to my wife. I'm going to do that later today. And I need to apologize to everyone that's been watching my videos, because I've only given one side of the story, and it's my side. And you probably will never get to hear my wife's side of the story, and that's really important for everyone to make an informed decision. I don't want you to judge my wife at all. I try not to. But like I said, you've only heard my side of the story, and I realize I have not been, excuse me, getting my words all mixed up. I haven't been the best husband lately, and if I really do want to save my marriage, I need to pay more attention to my wife and give her more attention right now, more than ever. And I talked to a couple of friends the last few days, and I think I'm going to try and start dating my wife again. Just start over, because there's been a lot of hurt since all this has been happening on my side and her side. So I think that's going to be the best route to go. So I'm just going to throttle back from making the videos, and I'm going to throttle back on being on Facebook and meeting new friends through Facebook and interacting and Skype and all of that other stuff. Really, I think the only time I'm going to be engaging in that stuff is when my wife is engaging in her Jehovah's Witness activities, such as going to church or going in the evangelizing work. So that way I'm not taking away time from her. And so I realize I'm putting a lot more time and effort with my kids than I am my wife, and taking a step back, I realize that, you know, I'm putting my kids way before my wife, and it shouldn't be that way. And if my wife, if you ever watch this video, I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you tonight. I hope to have a really good heart-to-heart talk with you tonight and not get into a fight or an argument, because I'm tired of fighting and arguing. I just want to live peacefully and, you know, I just want a happy house again like we had before. So if you ever do this, do watch this video. I truly am sorry for all the hurt that this has caused. And I know that you feel you're doing the right thing, and I feel I'm doing the right thing. Both of us can't be right. And I guess both of us can be wrong. But I just wish to find a happy middle ground in our relationship. So there, all right, YouTubers, that's what it is. I'm going to step back a little bit and concentrate on my family for some time. And I'm only going to really be working on my videos and other stuff, that research and other things that I've been looking at while my wife is out doing her JW stuff. So if you don't see me as regularly as I've been trying to be, that's the reason why. I wanted to let you guys know. And I want to let you people know also about, you know, what's going on with my belief system. What does this guy believe? What does Ricky believe? Well, when I first woke up, I didn't want to have anything to do with religion. It's a pretty mind-altering experience, needless to say, for those of you who have never been witnesses. To have something you believed in, truly believed in your entire life, and then to realize that it's been false and it's been a lie, is pretty upsetting. So while I was doing this research in the beginning, I immediately, I guess you could say, I went atheistic. I didn't believe there was a God. But the more research I did, which was a lot in our Jehovah's Witnesses publications, you know, I realized that there is a higher being. So for a little bit, I switched to agnosticism, that there's a higher being out there somewhere and we don't know about him, or he doesn't care too much about us. So I went from that, and then I started praying again, and there was a time where I stopped praying for a little while, maybe about a month and a half, and I regained my faith again. So I guess you could say I'm a Christian. I haven't looked too much into the difference between a born-again Christian and those who just say they're Christian. I don't know if there is a difference, or every Christian believes they've been born again. But you got to remember, I think I have been born again. I'm not too positive. But a lot of people that I've been speaking to about my situation say that I have been born again. But I still am battling those thoughts because my whole life, born again was a term used for a group of Christians, a group of Jehovah's Witnesses that I wasn't in. I wasn't a part of that group. So I never really gave it much consideration. I heard it, born again. It's not new to me, but it never just applied in my life. So people say that I have been born again, but it's still kind of tough for me to come to grips with that concept. And here's why people that I've discussed say that I have been born again. So you guys probably know when you first learned the truth about the truth, you probably didn't sleep for a long time. For me, it was about a good 2 months. That would be probably 3 nights a week where I wouldn't sleep at all. I wouldn't sleep at all at night. I would wait till my wife and kids went to bed, and then I would be up all night doing research and reading books until my alarm clock went off and it was time for me to get ready for work. And so I was able to read a lot of XJW books, do a lot of research, and I was doing research on my lunch break. Whenever I had free time at work, I was researching, reading. Every waking moment that I had outside of my home, I was doing research. I had stopped watching TV. Eventually, when I got past my atheism and agnosticism feelings, then I stopped listening to the radio in my car. And I was using that time either to listen to the Bible or pray. And I still continue to do that during the week. I rarely listen to the radio in my car. I like listening to the Bible and having some alone time to pray. And I kind of went off track there. I lost my thought. But so there were many sleepless nights. And so I never thought before this experience that anyone beside Christ himself could or would pray all night long. I had never done it. I never prayed all night. The longest I prayed was at the Kingdom Hall, and that was just maybe 3 or 4 minutes at the most. Even with my wife, we prayed at night, and it's not like I gave long, drawn-out prayers. So I never thought someone could just pray all night long, but that happened several times during my awakening. And it really took me about 2 months before I can get more than 2 hours of sleep a night. So, as the Judicial Committee came and went, and there's about a week and a half time span between they said I was disfellowshipped and when I was going to be officially announced. I think it was 3 or 4 days before I was supposed to be announced, and I went to pray, and ended up praying all night long from about 11:30 p.m. till it was time to go to work. Time for me to wake up 5:30 in the morning. And I basically poured my heart out. I poured out all the research that I had done that the elders didn't allow me to speak about. Every last bit of it. Why, why I didn't want to be a Jehovah's Witness. And that's what that night I stopped using Jehovah in prayers, and I just went with Father. I was praying to our Father. And that night I prayed to Jesus Christ himself directly for the first time in my life. And I told both of them that I didn't want to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses anymore. It was a false religion, and I think it's a wicked religion, and I just want to follow Christ. 1 Corinthians 7:23 says, "You were bought with a price. You were bought with a price. Do not become slaves of men." And I didn't want to be slaves of those men anymore. I wanted to be free, follow my leader Christ. And when I said amen and my alarm clock went off, it was time for me to get ready for work. I can't tell you how much of the stress and the anxiety and pressure and everything that I had just mounting up on me and mounting up. It was like it was all lifted up off of me. And I immediately felt an inner sense of peace and tranquility and calmness that I've never felt before in my life. It was unreal. I just felt so much better. I didn't worry about anything at that moment. Everything was great. I mean, it was like, and this is pun intended, it was like paradise on earth. So I went and I took a shower, and I took the coldest shower that I could take. It was kind of like, that the ice bathing where they jump in the frozen lakes, and then it's supposed to be like a healing and invigorating. And so I took the coldest shower I could, and I really did feel invigorated. I felt like a new person. Then I get out to my car, and in Texas, the summers are pretty hot when you wake up. It might be 85 when you wake up, so it's already warm outside. And this was no different that morning. It was hot outside, but there was a nice breeze going through the air, and my hair was still a little wet, so the breeze felt awesome. And the sun was just rising. It was peaking just over the horizon. There was not a single cloud in the sky. The sun was already pretty bright, and I could hear the birds singing. It was just a serene moment of time. It was almost like I was having an outer body experience. Like I can just like a panorama view of everything, and such calmness and serene. I just, like I said, it was like paradise on earth. If you just give me a hammock and a beach and a margarita, I would have been great, man. That would have been the best morning of my life, and just watching the sun come up. That was an awesome morning, and that was the morning that I had prayed all night to Father that I didn't want to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses anymore. And so that's why some people say I've been saved, and I'm leaning toward, yes, I have been saved. I was born again that night. And but I'm still struggling with that. I'm praying about it. I still have these Jehovah's Witness beliefs indoctrinated in my head. You just don't lose those overnight. So yeah, that's what I believe. And so I've had a couple of you also post on my last videos that asking me if I was going to get rebaptized, and I definitely have a desire to get rebaptized because I was never baptized in the manner in which our Lord commanded us to be baptized. And I want to do that here pretty quickly. I have a strong desire to do that. And I just want to give you guys an update on some things that I got planned coming up for some videos that I'm making. I still have to finish my exodus out of the watchtower. So I need to finish making the one on 607 BCE and finish that one up since it didn't finish recording. 607 and the 1914 date, yeah. And then I have my research on if the witnesses were ever really picked in 1919 by Jehovah God. And then I have the day that I made that faithful phone call to the elders saying that I had some doubts. And then I have my judicial committee I wanted to talk about. And then that's it. That's going to complete my videos for exiting the witch tower. Now beyond that, I was thinking about doing some kind of videos on pop culture and how I see it in a different light. You know, movies have different meanings now. Now that you're out of the witch tower, you see movies differently, and you can kind of relate to some of the things that you see in movies and pop culture. And so I want to do that, and I thank a good friend of mine for giving me that idea. You know who you are. And there's another series I was thinking about doing, but I want to keep that a surprise. And I also want to do a series on a review of the books that I've read since awakening, because I have read a lot of books. I might have to reread them. I've probably read about 12 XJW books in about 3 months, and I can't name all of them off the top of my head. I have them all on Kindle, and I want to do a review of each book and what I thought about it and how it helped me and what I was thinking at the time when I read those books, or that particular book. So I'm going to do that. That's going to be about 12 to 15 videos also. And I'm still going to keep exposing the witch tower and whatever information I find. I'm still trying to keep up with some of their stuff. I really haven't. I haven't picked up a magazine or any of their literature since May. So I'm trying to get deprogrammed first before I start looking into exposing them for the new light that has came out, because there was a lot of new articles that came out, a lot of new books and movies that came out in this past district convention, as they usually do every year. So I'm going to talk about that. So I mean, I have some pretty good ideas for a lot of videos for a long time coming, and I hope you enjoy it. And just remember, I'm kind of going to be, throttling back a little bit. I'm going to focus on my family life and trying to save my marriage. It's not, I don't have the happiest marriage right now, but there's two sides to every story, and I can't just blame it all on my wife, because I have a part in it. I do have a part in it also. And so I'm going to man up to my part of it, and I'm going to try and do what I can. I'm going to try and fight. I don't know if my wife's going to wake up or not. I pray that she does. I pray every day that she wakes up. I pray every day that all of my family wakes up. And I pray that whoever's watching my videos wakes up. But You can't make somebody wake up. And I realize that, and I may not be able to force my wife to wake up. I can't do that. But at least maybe we can agree to disagree on some things about religion. And I think we can still have a happy home. I'm hoping that's the case. All I can do is my part, really. I can't do two parts of it. I can't do both parts. I can only do my part. So I've been focusing on being a good father, and I know my kids love me to death, and I love my kids to death, and I tell them every day, and I pray with them every day, and nothing's changed with my relationship with my kids. I think it's gotten better because I have more time to spend with them. I'm not preparing for 5 meetings and public discourses on Sundays and preparing for field service and going out in the field servitude or the field ministry, field misery, whatever you want to call it. I don't have all these extracurricular witness activities and having to do the inventory for the Kingdom Hall and counting all the books every month and making sure I got literature for 5 congregations, and I don't have all that extra responsibility anymore. So I've been using that time to spend with my kids. I think I'm gonna continue doing that. I think I'm gonna start dieting and exercising, eating better, try and get rid of my beer belly. I don't know, maybe I can look a little bit better and my wife would stay with me. I think she might stay if I had a 6-pack. What do you think, ladies? That might be a good reason to stay with me. So that's my goal. I want my wife to stay with me because I have a 6-pack. But anyways, I'm just joking. Just trying to lighten the mood up a little bit. Things are good. I can't complain. I'm not going to complain. You got lemons, make some lemonade. Put a little vodka in it. Then you got you a drink. So I thank you for coming up on 28 minutes. And I've probably been talking too much. As you can see, I've got to get back to my emails. So that's a little bit of update on me. And one other thing before I go is about my spirituality. I don't think that I'll ever join a church or another organized religion ever again. That certainly has a bitter taste in my mouth right now. And I do know that Jesus said when there are 2 or 3 in my name that I will be with them. So I want to start doing getting some Skype calls going with my friends and just having a Bible discussion. I do that on Friday nights. There's a conference call that I do. We talk about the Watchtower and the Bible and what we believe these days now, and that's also on Saturdays. There's another one on Saturdays, a conference call that I try and be on, but I would really love to have my own study group of ex-J-dubs here in the Dallas, Texas area, but that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to gather us all up, and I'm looking forward to meeting some more here in the area. There's a few of them that are about 2 to 3 hours away, but I'd love to have some within an hour's drive. So, things are looking good. Things are looking positive. I got a lot of things to be grateful for, and hopefully things will pan out. I'm sure they will. You leave it up into Christ and God's hands, and everything seems to work out. So that's a little bit about me and my update. Now we are at 30 minutes, so I got to get back to work, and probably so do you. Bye.